Hello, Albright Sepulvida here from BSN 1B, and today, along with my fellow Group 1 reporters, we will be discussing about doing historical research. And of course, we will start with the brief overview and along with the introductions. When historical research plays a vital role in understanding how past events, ideas, and decisions shape the present and influence the future, it helps uncover patterns, inform policymaking, preserve cultural heritage, and of course provide context for current issues. By examining primary and secondary sources, historians and researchers can build accurate narratives that offer insights into societal developments, conflicts, and transformations over time. And with the advancement of digital technology, historical research has increasingly moved online. And online historical research allows access to vast digital archives, databases, and scholarly materials from anywhere in the world. This modern approach enhances the efficiency, accessibility, and scope of research, enabling users to uncover and analyze historical data through various digital tools and platforms. And as a result, historians, educators, students, and the general public can engage with the past more interactively than ever before, and inclusively than it was.
So what are the different online websites to do a historical research? So for historical research, websites like Google Scholar, JSTOR, and the Project Muse offer scholarly articles, while the Internet Archive and the Library of Congress provide access to the primary sources like old text, photos, and maps. National Archive and Eurodoc specialize in government and European documents. For more general content, Historycam and the British Library are useful. Genealogy sites like Ancestry and Family Search help trace family history, and the Chronicling America offers access to the historic newspaper.
Have you ever wanted to learn about parts of history that are not in school books? Online research can help us find those hidden stories. With the internet, we can now look at old photos, newspapers, and documents from all over the world right from our homes. Many museums and libraries have put rare and old materials online, so we don't have to travel to see them. We can also hear different point of views, including stories from people and cultures that are often left out of traditional history books. Websites like Wikipedia or history forums also help us learn from others and discover facts we might not find anywhere else. And when new things are discovered, like old letters or ancient objects, they often shared online first, so we can stay up to date. In short, online research helps us learn more about the past by giving us more information, more voices, and more ways to explore history.
Online research plays a vital role in preserving historical knowledge by digitizing documents, images, and artifacts from various cultures and time periods. This process protects fragile or rare materials from physical deterioration while ensuring long-term access for future generations. Digital archives and databases makes it easier for historians and the public to explore primary sources that were once limited to a specific location. In addition, online platforms enable the sharing of historical knowledge across the globe. Researchers from different countries can collaborate, compare findings, and uncover lesser-known histories. This broadens our understanding of the past by including diverse perspectives and voices that may have been overlooked in traditional historical narratives.
Online resources like digital archives and museum collections can significantly enhance the study of history in several ways. First, accessibility. Digital archives allow people from all over the world to access rare documents and artifacts that were once locked away in distant libraries or museums. They also help with preservation. Fragile materials can be viewed digitally without risking damage. Next, they make research faster through searching. Instead of flipping through thousands of pages, we can use search by keywords and find exactly what we need in seconds. Online resources also make it easier to collaborate. Researchers, students, and teachers can share their findings, comment on sources, and learn from one another no matter where they are. And finally, they gave us access to diverse perspectives. We can now study voices and stories that were often left out of traditional history books. Thanks to digital tools, history are more now accessible, engaging, and inclusive than ever before.
In the digital age, historians now have access to a wide range of online sources like digital archives, ebooks, historical websites, journals, and databases that help them analyze history more deeply. So how exactly do they use these tools? First, they collect data from multiple online sources. For example, a historian studying revolutions might gather information from online articles about different revolutions, American revolutions, and Philippine revolutions. They look at what caused the revolutions, who were involved, what were the outcomes. By doing this, they begin to spot similarities and differences. This is how they recognize patterns. Second, historians look for trends over time. Let's say they research online about women's role in different time periods. By comparing articles, journals, and digital timelines, they might notice a trend. Women gain more right and recognition during times of war or after major social movements. This kind of insight is possible because online platforms organize historical data chronologically, making it easier to track change and continuity over time. Online tools like timelines, interactive maps, and data visualizations help historians clearly see connections that might not be obvious through traditional research. In short, online research allows historians to gather more information, compare sources, and analyze global patterns, making history more connected and meaningful.
Historical research online presents several key challenges: the overwhelming volume of information and the difficulty of verifying its authenticity and reliability, the impermanent nature of web content, and the complexities of copyright restrictions, unequal access to digital resources, creating a digital divide, potential biases in search engine results, and the long-term preservations of digital materials. To navigate these hurdles effectively, historians must cultivate strong critical evaluation skills, utilize digital preservation tools, understand and respect intellectual property rights, advocate for broader digital access, and remain aware of the limitations and potential biases inherent in online search methodologies to ensure a rigorous and inclusive historical scholarship.
It's important to evaluate the credibility of online historical sources because not everything on the internet is accurate or trustworthy. With so much information available, it's easy to come across sources that are biased, misleading, or even completely false. This is especially true when it comes to history, which can be twisted to fit certain agendas or viewpoints. This information can spread quickly online, and if people rely on unreliable sources, they might end up believing or sharing things that aren't true. This can lead to misunderstandings about important events, cultures, or figures, and in some cases, it can even support harmful ideologies. For example, some websites might downplay serious events like genocides or promote conspiracy theories. By carefully checking where the information comes from, like who wrote it, what the background is, and whether the facts are backed by evidence, we can get a clearer, more accurate picture of the past.
Now, how can online research aid in historical preservation, allowing researchers to document and analyze historical sites and artifacts remotely? So firstly is remote documentation and access. Now, here, researchers can access digital archives, photos, satellites, imagery, and 3D scans of historical sites, and also this allows experts to study details without damaging fragile sites or objects, and also global collaborations. Now, this speeds up discoveries and improves accuracy to diverse perspectives, and also public education and awareness. Now, only exhibits, videos, and articles help educate the public, raising awareness and support for preservation efforts. Now, this can lead to more funding, tourism, and protection of cultural heritage. So, in summary, online research allows for safer, faster, and broader documentation, analysis, and sharing of historical data, making it essential for preserving the past in a modern world.
In summary, online historical research offers vast opportunities for exploring the past through accessible and digital archives, database, and scholar resources. The key point discussed highlights how these tools can aid in uncovering diverse perspectives, expanding and reaching of historical inquiries, and fostering greater engagement with history.